It's me, Danielle, Danibuttons, and the end of another month is here. I can't believe it. March is over. I'm actually filming on the 29th, and I think I say this every month. I'm like, oh, there's still a few days left, so I might color more. Last month, I definitely did. I want to say I colored like 6 to 8 more pages after I filmed, so those are in here too, and I ended up finishing 40 so far for March, and I'm going to show you all of them, and I'm excited. I did a ton of Disney this month, including 3 that were not even color by number. So I'm really like patting myself on the back for that one, and I'm excited. But I have it set up, so I'm going to show you pages from my 10 books to finish, everything else, and then Disney for last. And that's what we're going to do. Let's get ready to rock. Okay, 10 books to finish. I ended up finishing another book. Woohoo! I was going to give you like specific stats now, but I think I'm going to follow Kathy Spicy Cat Colors' lead and do a quarterly update, which will probably be the next video you see from me. Next book. I will show you what I finished in here. Yeah, completely finished Stone Mosaic Book 1 by Velvet Family, and I did a bunch of pages, so I'm gonna go pretty quick. Did that one, did that one. My blue is so light that it's like disappearing. I think I ended up having to fill it with alcohol to get it through the last little bits, and it just was very, very light. So actually what made me finish this is I've been working on trying to finish specific sets of markers that are near drying out. So what I did was I would just take a yellow and do every page yellow until I was done. And actually you can see I ran out of that yellow and had to switch to this yellow, but I tried to do it in a space that would make sense. So for about 10 pages, I would just go through and do all the number 11s and then all the number 18s and then all the number whatevers. And that really helped me finish this whole thing off. And I finished a bunch of markers. I don't save my markers. I just don't really like have a designated space for that. And I think that I would be bad at having trash on my desk. I don't know. I struggle already with keeping my desk clear, so inviting trash is not the best idea for me. So this one needed a bunch, like, let's see, what is it? I don't know. I don't really like the color scheme, how this one came out, because I think it like blends into itself too much. Corn, I was so excited to finally do the corn page. That one I had previously done, I think. And then there we go. So a whole book finished. Woohoo! Number 3 for the year for me. And, right? Is that right? No, I'm not even sure. Because this is definitely my 3rd book finished, but it's only my 2nd of my 10 to finish. The other one was like a bonus. So there's that. Then I have Party Patterns. This is one of my 10 to finish, and this I think is going to be the one I struggle with the most, to the point where I don't know if I'm gonna actually finish this one. Whatever it is, these pages take me forever. Sometimes I do the dot method. I don't know if I've done an X method in this particular volume yet. Dot method, dot method, dot method everywhere. Oh, this is an X method for the background. And then sometimes I fill it in entirely, apparently. But whatever it is, these pages take me, like, I have to split it up over days, and I don't know why, but I'm a little nervous. Luckily, it's a square issue instead of a full size one, so overall it should be better, but I think I've only finished 2 since the year started, maybe 3, but I think just 2, which means I have 22 left, and yeah, that might be a challenge. So we'll see. I tried to start another one. Oh boy. I think there was a time that I was like in a slump and I tried to start a bunch. So there might be random X's on multiple pages, but I did finish this one, which is called Chinese Party. I think I ended up doing this the last day of February, so it still made sense for Chinese New Year in February, but there's that. Party Patterns by Velvet Family. I did 1 page in Christmas Color by Numbers by Color Questopia. I have, let's see, just for my 10 books to finish, I put the post-it with how many pages. So I have 12 left at the beginning of the year, so I have 11 left, and I'm trying, I did the 1 page. I'm very likely not going to do any more of these till at least Christmas in July, but potentially like November, December. So tried it out, wasn't necessarily in the mood. Happy to get this one done. I think it looks pretty good. This was the old 50 palette book, but I kind of just wing it and get close and like go with the general ideas. And again, as my markers are drying out, I just use what I have available to me, but pretty cute. So we'll get back to that later in the year. Then I went a little bit crazy in Color by Number Mandala by Jade Summer. At the beginning of the year, had 30 left, and I love doing these in bulk, so I don't know if you can see. I did 6 of them this month. This first one I did for Lily's challenge at Art Journey UK, and she had us randomly pick colors. So instead of 7 being medium orange, mine was this red, and I did a whole video on that. So that was fun. I don't know if I love how it came out. I think this hot pink throws it off, and if it was just a different shade, it would have been better, but it was definitely fun to do. I just randomly pick in here. I'll like flip. I'll do the first page, I'll do the last page, I'll do a few in the middle. It's all random. So I got this one done. Cute. I like it. As a very common complaint that there are tons of yellows and oranges on almost every single page in this book. So for the most part, I just go with it. Yeah, this one. Perfect. Thank you for being the next page. This one, I did not go with it. These 7, 8, and 9 were all supposed to be shades of orange, and instead I did shades of brown because technically there is brown in the book, but I don't know if they ever use it. This outer ring was supposed to be brown, and that's basically it. So I kind of added lots of browns, and I think it came out pretty good. I like it together, and obviously the brown still goes well with the yellow, so that worked out. Then I did this one. I really like this one too. I tend to mix it up with the colors, and I just do whatever I have available, again, as I'm going through sets kind of thing. So even though the colors are the same, they all look a tiny bit different. So I really like how these blues look together. I don't love these extra little ones in there. I feel like that was unnecessary. Like this could have just been something else. I don't know what. But other than that, that one's a pretty one. And then finally, another crazy orange and red and yellow page. So this was supposed to be orange red, and obviously mine looks a little bit brown also, but it's different and it's fun. So, oh, I do have one more. Sorry, it was pushed all the way down. Purple heavy, love it. I do sometimes look for different numbers in here, so I'm doing pretty good in this book, getting them done, and it's so much fun. And I have 2 more Jade Summer Color by Number books, but they're both patterns. 2 pattern Color by Number books by Jade Summer. I don't know if they're going to come out with more. I also have the Color by Number Mandala book by Color Questopia and by Sachin Sachdeva, and they're also both fun, so those could be good sequels to this when I'm done with this one, if that makes any sense. I'm going to say it again. It has been so fun to focus on certain books and to just get a bunch of pages done in one book every month, and it's so fun to be able to like flip and have a bunch of pages done in a row. It just is really cool, and I'm liking that. So next up, mystery mosaics. I think I just did one in here. That's all that's marked, so hopefully I did this one, which is just some nice sailboats. Fun times. I don't know. Not much else to say. For this book, I'm using my like Don Quixote markers. I never know how to pronounce them, but I had purchased that set last year for like Black Friday, I think, and I specifically matched it with the color palette for this book. There are a lot of random colors in here compared to others. I'll show you the palette. Like there's 36 colors, and like they call blue. I would call this dark blue in every other one, but it's blue here, so I like matched up specific, and I've been getting through this because I definitely want to make another order of more of these when I finish this one. Okay, I did 2, I think, in City Dreams by Alice Mills Publishing. I have like weird spidey senses with Alice Mills Publishing, and I'll just be sitting on Amazon and it'll be like, it's been a little bit, let me check. And every time I check, there's a new book by them. So it's very strange, but they just came out with a summer book in the cross stitch style, and it seems like they also released it in their new style, which I haven't tried because I wasn't really interested in the two that came out. So I'm very interested in seeing if they're gonna, going forward, release them all in both. I don't know. I would probably still keep collecting this style. So I did, I think 2, did I not? Have you seen that one before? Barcelona? I might have just done the one. Mexico City. So that's that. Not much to say. Next up will be Dubai. So I gotta work more in here. I have to work more in all of these. I do get a little bit caught up in the 10 books to finish, and I'm like guilty to work in other stuff. I don't know. It's a whole thing. It's a process, but we're coloring and having fun, which is what's important here. Okay, next I have 100 beautiful mandalas. I think I did 2 since I last saw you. Let's see. I did this one for my coolers video where I found that palette maker website. So check that out if you haven't seen it. And that's the final results. I like it. And then I did this one, which is just essentially like reds and grays, again using markers that are almost drying out, or at least that I'm going through the whole set. So this is from my Towtree set. I'm getting close. I probably have like 40 left, which out of 100 is not terrible. We're working on it. So there we go. And then my final 10 book to finish that I have is Yippee Kawaii, and I finished the llamas. I'm pretty sure this was also at the end of February too. But super cute. I don't remember what I used for this. It's very pastel. I might have used the Ohuhu pastels. Looks like it makes sense. I just thought they were cute in their pastel colors, and I very frequently use iridescent medium as my glitter, which I can see, and it looks like I did use some glitter gel pens also. I don't know which ones, but cute, cute, cute. I think I have like 10 pages left in here, and I'm hesitating with this one because half of the pages are ones that intimidate me because like they're either really detailed or just like not my favorite subject matter, and then the other half I love the subject matter so much that they intimidate me. It's very silly. So we're working on it though. And then I have Puzzle Animals Color by Colors by Kira Sturgeonova. Last month I finished the Stained Glass Color by Colors book, so I was in the mood for another one. Another Color by Colors page, so I did the turtle. Hooray! I think it was also a prompt on bingo to do my favorite animal, which is the turtle. So I love the Color by Color series so much. They are slowly releasing them in color by number versions through Sunlight Drawing, which is fun, but I very, very much hope she continues to release more Color by Color books. So I don't know. If anybody has intel on that, let me know. I might have to see if I can message her on Instagram. But love Color by Colors. Okay, now I did 1 page in this bad boy. This is Geometric Patterns, volumes 1 through 10 by David Hinken Jr. There are, like it's saying, 10 volumes in here, 240 illustrations. It's intense. It's an intense one. And I finished this one, which was also done with the Coolers site. Basically for this, I picked a random palette and then I matched as many colors as I had in my drying out Towtrees, and then I just kept like locking those in place and randomizing until I had all 5 colors. So I think it's fun and different. I definitely would not have picked these colors together to begin with, and it finished off this purple by the time I was done. So that worked out nicely. I think I was near done with the green too, but this was fun. I have a whip in here that I did not get to. I don't know. I don't like how my whip is going. How do I find it? Ooh, I saw it before when I was flipping, so yeah. I don't like it. I wanted to do all shades of purple, and then these two ended up being a lot closer. So I was gonna do like purple, purple, pink, pink to like ombre it out, but they were so close that when they were next to each other, you couldn't tell the difference. I don't know. So I might finish it off. I might ignore it because there's so many in here. There's another whip from a few months back, but again, yeah, there's so many that if I don't finish some, I have a lot to do, you know? So that's okay. Whips are okay. These are fun though. I like the geometric ones the most. Obviously they are all geometric, but like I'm more inclined to sharp edges than the round ones. So there's that. Ugh. Next, I did my first page in Secret World by Karen Sue Chen. I was very excited to get a page done in here. This, I think, was a birthday gift from Jamie, from Jamie's Coloring Love. I'm pretty sure it was birthday, and I'm pretty sure it was Jamie. So hopefully, I don't have the tag in here. My bad. But I posted this and tagged Karen, and she was like, oh my god, I love it. And I was like, oh my god, thanks. So there it is, my ice cream page. And I do love how this came out. So it was pretty simple. Like, I didn't go crazy. And it was like strawberry ice cream. I did the tiniest bit of shading, though, with my markers, which, like, for me, whew. So all of the brown is just one marker, and I just like doubled over to get the shading, and I like went around the edges, and I used, oh, my friend Deb told me about this. Oh, sorry for the reach across. These Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White for the white accents, because you probably, like me, have had problems where white gel pen over red just makes pink. Like, no matter what, white gel pen over everything else is fine, but over red is a mess. So my friend Deb suggested this Bleed Proof White, and I picked it up, and it's essentially, what are you called? Calligraphy ink, but it works really well. It's super thick, as you can probably see, I hope. Like, it's not liquid at all. You kind of have to wet it to use it. So I just keep a tiny, tiny paintbrush, and I just added accents. I still very much want to work on adding white highlights to things. That has been my goal for like 2-3 years now, and I have not made much progress, but hopefully with the help of Bleed Proof White, I can work on it again. So cute. Happy to get a page done. It doesn't have to be the most intense thing. I feel like that's what I need to tell myself, is that it's okay to just do a straightforward page. So this book is so cute though. I gotta do more in here for sure. Then I did a page in Wonderland by Chelsea Geldine. I think I ended up getting this from Book Outlet. This is Color Quest. There's another 2 in this series, I think, that are already out, and I'm positive one of them is on Book Outlet. But basically, this is like a what do you call it? Seek and find. Yep, a seek and find book, a la like highlights when you're a kid. So you have to like find the list of things. So how I do these is I color the items in color pencil and try to shade the tiniest bit. I didn't do very good here, and then I just do the whole background in a wash of color, and it's just fun. So that's what I did for this one. I did the attic page. I'm really not good at pencils, and I'm still currently in a no thank you pencils mood. Obviously, I feel like we all go through moods where what we want to color with different things, and right now pencils not really for me. So I tried. I used the Brute for inner squares, and I'm happy to have done the page, but it didn't work out to my liking necessarily. So I've done a few in here. They're fun. Obviously, you can do it in all different ways, but that's my method. So that's Wonderland. Then I have a page from Joanna Basford's World of Wonder. Oh, I hate how this came out. I remember now. I really like this book, and it's fun, but I don't love what I did. It's okay. It's all right. We'll talk about it. I did this page, and basically I used water-based markers. I think the Heat Throne, which were also from Jamie for my birthday. And my idea was to do each one to look like a different season. So this was supposed to be spring, winter, fall, and summer. And I think it's okay, but I don't love it. I think I was pretty limited in my color choices because I was just using that small set of markers, and I have no idea how to shade or do anything fun with water-based markers. I've never tried, but I didn't think it was the time. Then I kind of also wanted to go with like the warm shades So like the pink orange, and I thought it would kind of flow together. So I was kind of like, I don't know what to do with the house. But yeah, this is that. Happy to have another page done in here. I could have tried like a background to go crazier, but I thought this was nice and simple. And I'm just noticing the birds on the other side. I didn't even notice them while I was coloring. That's a lot. Not my favorite. What's on the other side of that page? Nothing exciting. I was like, maybe I can do some alcohol markers on the back. At least there's fruit around the birds. Yikes, that's a lot though. So, World of Wonder. Woohoo! So, that's all the not Disney. And now it's time for all of the Disney. Yes, I'm excited. I did pretty good this month with my Disney. First, you saw me do this one, right? I did this for the Disney coloring tag. This is Love Stories, a pixel book. I finished off my Hercules and Megara pages. I feel I can hear Sam eating my potato chips. Maybe it's not him. Okay, good. But yes, here's my Hercules and Megara page. I did the X method in the background and the circle method for the characters to kind of give it a tiny bit of dimension. I used my Arteza ink onyx, and that's how that came out. His eyeball is the same as the background, so I accidentally did an X, but then I did the circle. So hopefully it's not too noticeable, but if it is, or if it wasn't, I just pointed it out now. But I like how this came out. This circle method takes forever in this book because the circles are bigger and because it's double-sided, because in the Belba books, for example, I just kind of like do a marker dab in each little box, and that usually fills the whole box. But for this, you kind of have to like circle the whole box and fill it in, and it takes forever, but it's fun. And I realized I missed her neck. I'm not going to go back and do that, I'll be honest with you, but I missed some of her neck. So, oops. But I love how that came out. And this is my first page done in this volume. Ooh, okay, so this is a whip, but I want to talk about this. This is Mickey and Friends. This is one of the newest ones. I technically haven't even hauled it. I'm still waiting on a few more of my pre-orders, but this book is intense. But the good thing about it is that it has the black outlines. So, like the first volume of Mickey and Co., what I might do with this is intentionally just do the black outlining. So here's one that I did in black outlining. I actually ended up using paint markers, which I will talk about next month when I do my Disney page. But I used a paint marker to do all this. And this is one of the less intense pages, but it does seem that every page has black outlining. But to me, even if I just do the black outlining on every single page, then I'm just left with a regular coloring book, you know? So it doesn't bother me to like leave this as a whip. And that might be what I end up doing. We'll see. But there are a lot of great images in here. And Meg from Meg's Art Atrium pointed out to me, I didn't even notice with my own copy, a lot of these are horizontal pages instead of vertical. And that is very interesting. And it looks like in future books, that's going to happen more and more. So I'm very interested in that. And my biggest problem with that, like I don't really mind, but the problem in my mind is that they still have everything oriented this way. So all of the letters are right side up in the vertical position, even though the image is going to be horizontal. And I think that might get confusing. So we'll see. But maybe doing the black outlining is going to help. So there is that one. All right, now pages I actually did. Les Grands Classiques, Tomb 1. I did, let's see. I don't know who's done and which ones. This one, okay, I did King Louis. I'm pretty sure this is what I did my tester for. Yes, it is. My paint markers. I ended up using the Magic Fly paint marker that I already owned, and it is matte, and I really like how this came out. And then I just colored everything else in whatever water-based markers I used at the time. But this is what pushed me over the edge to order more. Problem, the new ones I got are not matte. They're like low gloss. So you'll be able to see the difference in a second, especially on camera. And especially in Tomb 2. Let's see which one I finished. Sorry. Hello, where are you? Queen of Hearts. Oh, this one I did before I had the paint markers. So this was just a regular marker. And it does seem like using the paint markers will have less streaking in the black. I'm getting pretty good at evenly streaking, so it looks like a pattern, and I like how this looks, so it's not a huge deal. But hey, look, a horizontal one. But just there's more in the other one. You'll see, you'll see. So there's the Queen of Hearts. And then I have a Tomb 3, and we have Nana. And yes, you can probably see on camera the gloss because at the different angles, it looks like almost gray, but in person it's black. So I'm not the biggest fan of the paint markers I picked, but obviously I bought them, so I will finish them off, and it is good for in person. So that's kind of what's important overall, but being good to film is an added bonus. But there's Nana. Then we got from Disney Babies. Yes, this one. Okay, this one I ended up doing the entirety in paint markers, and I have some qualms. I did the black in my new Arteza, and then I did everything else in my Magic Fly. And as you can tell, I think I can definitely tell, the bigger the area, the harder it is. So my background, in my opinion, kind of looks like trash. I think it's okay for a first try, but I think it's like really messy. I mostly got all the other stuff to look good because it's such a small area in comparison. So I don't know. I don't think I will use paint markers for an entire page in the future, but I still think the black looks good. Maybe it doesn't on camera, but in person it looks good. And that is Huey, Dewey, and Louie being adorable. Whew, here we go. Next, I did one in a Trampoline Tomb 3, which is the like mystery ones. Aha, this I'm pretty sure, yes, this was my video for the month. So you should have seen me do this one too. This is Le Fou, and this is kind of like what I do when there is no black outline. And it's not my favorite when there is no black outline, but for this volume, it's like a hybrid that there's some black outline and then some not. It's a very interesting style. And it's definitely fun and different, but overall I prefer with the outline. So, but here's Le Fou doing his Le thing. And Trampoline Tomb 2, who did we do in here? Oh, Taryn from Black Cauldron. And again, this was the first time I used the Arteza brand, so I wanted to do not my favorite character. Sorry, Taryn. But if you've seen Black Cauldron, it is the most 80s sci-fi movie, not sci-fi, fantasy movie. Like everything about it screams 80s fantasy. So cute page, happy to be done with it. And I'm also always happy to have an excuse to do not my favorite characters, because obviously I don't want to like be done with all the good stuff in the book and then only have not favorites. So I kind of try to go back and forth. And there's not many not my favorite characters, you know? I am a pretty big fan overall. All right, now we're down to the non-color by number. First up, portraits. My first page in here, I actually did this for Patreon. And what I ended up doing, I'll show you like the back of the page first. I didn't care about this character. I'm pretty sure it was like Queen Elena of Avalor. I don't know. It is a Disney Junior cartoon that I have never seen, so I have no real connection to her. So I ended up using alcohol markers, and then I just put scrapbook paper to cover this up. Just, I don't mind the lines. Obviously, like I don't mind sacrificing the page. I just don't like looking at it, especially like if I was to do Judy, I don't want to see it. So I covered it up. I might end up putting like Disney stickers here later. I have a bunch of those, but I did Sadness. Oh, so here she is, and I really like how she came out. I used pan pastels in the background and glitter on her hair. I did a few tiny touches that I was pretty proud of. For her glasses, I used white pastel and just went over all the area in it. So in person, you can see the subtleties, especially on her hair, that it like kind of looks cloudy through the glass in what I think is a nice way. And I doubt you'll be able to see this on camera, but if you can, I ended up using the same marker and I went over in lines to make like a patchwork. Like, no, now her sweater looks knitted. And again, I'm not sure if that's going to come out, but it looks cool in person, and it was just fun little extra details. And I personally do not like set this in any way. If Elsa turns blue, that's fine. I don't think she's going to. I never really had any problems with that, but just letting you know. But that was my first page in here. I think there's a few other pages where I might like cover one side up, but unfortunately not too many. So I'll have to see what materials I end up using in here. Okay, now I have 2 pages of My Guy Rabbit. So this is Celebrations, and I did an Easter page. I just wanted to make sure to do at least one Easter page with Easter coming up quickly. So I did Easter surprise. And I just love it a lot because Pooh Bear and the gang are the best, right? I think so. So I used Tau trees on the characters and most of the details. And then I used my pastels for the sky and for the grass because I didn't think I'd be able to get around all the little stuff. So I wanted it to look solid, but I had to kind of sacrifice that. Obviously, my main focus is the characters anyway, and I think they look pretty good. So I'm happy to have done one in here. This was my first page in this book, of course. And my first page in this book, and I've had this book for a while, so I'm super happy to have finally gotten one done, is another rabbit page. This is Mosaics, and this is almost like single-sided vitro. Obviously, it's not the same exact style because it looks like little mosaic tiles like stacked together, but it's a similar vibe. And I did this rabbit page. For whatever reason, I'm kind of obsessed with carrot decor right now. Who knows why I like the things I like. But so I saw this page with rabbit and I was like, gotta do it. Love it. There's some subtleties that I don't know, again, if you're gonna be able to pick up. The orange and green for the right side up carrots is different from the upside down carrots. I did some glitter on what I'm saying is bow and like the topper. And I also did some glitter around the border in random squares. Oh, and also I did a few random background squares in the darker blue just to kind of add a little bit something, but not necessarily have to worry about everything. I think I just also used Tau trees for this page. So I mostly care that the character looks accurate and then whatever else happens. Also, I'm glad you can't really tell. I accidentally got orange on him and I just kept going back and doing the blender pen and just kept blending it away, and I feel like it looks pretty good. You can see it's the tiniest bit, especially when I point it out, but it's a lot better than it looked previously. Whew, so that is that. That is everything that I got done in the month of March. Again, if I finish any pages the next day or two, I will show you next month at the end of April. Look out for like first quarter wrap up for the 10 books to finish coming from me next. Potentially a what's in my cart for April. And if I do, maybe I'll do like an April plans and in that video show you my planner and show you my cart. I feel like that makes sense. And I don't know what else the month is going to bring us, but I hope you stick around and join me. Let's see, secret word, let's do Baloo, B-A-L-O-O. Yes, so if you like this video, thumbs up, comment anything you want to comment down below, including our secret word Baloo. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm a fun time, and I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye, friends.